What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rise. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where we have our first 2023 Alfa Romeo Giulia TI. Yes, we've had the entry-level Sprint version for 2023 and we've also had the top spec Veloce trim, but we have not yet had the middle spec luxury trim TI until today. So with that said, I'm at Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach and I want to break down everything that is new for pricing, and I also want to break down what we have on the specific spec Giulia. So with that said, let's dig right into the 2023 Alfa Romeo Giulia TI in Volcano Black. Now, if you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because when you subscribe, it helps grow the channel and I get more opportunities to get more beautiful Giulias like this TI behind me here today. Now, here she is looking extra sparkly in this Volcano Black paint for 2023. Now, this is the only black you can get in 2023. So if you see a black Alfa, it's gonna be this upgraded Alfa Black. It's gonna be this upgraded black Alfa, because Alfa Black was a color that you used to be able to get that was just a gloss black color, but you now have to pay a little bit extra to have a black Alfa. And in 2023, it's gonna be this Volcano Black, very sparkly paint. Actually, let's get up to it right now. You guys will be able to see it because the Florida sun is going off. Look at that, guys. Wow. So yeah, Volcano Black definitely worth the upcharge, which we know is $660. Is not changed in 2023 like some other options for a lot of these cars. So with that said, the TI model is the luxury model, okay? So I say luxury, but it's what we've seen from Alfa before, nothing too crazy. And even when we had the TI Lusso, which was the old luxury models, it came with a little bit more luxury, like the cannoli seating, all right? That was a little bit extra as far as like the softness and the plushness and the kind of material quality. So now you just kind of get the standard seating, and then you can either get it in black or you can get it in tan. Those are the only two colors you can get for the interior, and the standard seating is no, extra bolstering or extra padding or anything like that for the 2023 model year. Now, as far as the luxury aspect, well, you will see the front Scudetto grille. It is the model you get in aluminum versus the Sprint and the Veloce that gets it in a dark meat-owned finish. So that aluminum grille only comes on the luxury models. Now, we still get the sporty front fascia that changed over to all Alfas standard, all right? So you still have that for 2023. Now, aside from the bi-xenons that you guys are used to for the headlights and that Volcano Black paint, you have the 18-inch double wide spoke aluminum wheels, all right? Now, this is an option, and I love this look on this car. It kind of breaks up the color a little bit. So with the monochrome center cap there, red calipers, white script for the Brembo brakes, it really sets it off. Once you take a look at it from the side there, I mean, it's just a nice look, a nice sporty look for this luxury model. I don't think it's a luxury wheel to me. I think it's a little bit more sporty, and I'm not mad at that at all. Now, obviously, you guys can see what model we're working with the TI badge there that lets you know we have the middle spec trim in its luxury format. Now, you also have what's nice, and this gives it a little bit more luxury, is the gloss window moldings. You get these gloss window moldings around there, all right, on this model and the Veloce. The Sprint, well, it gets the rubber moldings, which doesn't look as premium, doesn't look as good at all. And we also have standard for the luxury model, the panel roof. So it's all glass, as you guys can see up top. Now, it's hard to tell because, it's a black car, but it changes everything black up top and you get the gloss black antenna. But again, with it being a black car, it's a little bit hard to tell the difference. Now, regardless of this being a luxury model, you still get black exhaust tips. I would have loved to see, like in previous Alfas, chrome exhaust tips for the luxury model instead of black, because you kind of equate black with sporty. Chrome is not necessarily a luxury trim thing. Now, you can go ahead and make that same argument for the window moldings, because Alfa used to have chrome window moldings. All right, so if you really want this to be a true luxury model, well, you put chrome on the window moldings. All right, the Scudetto grille up front is fine. All right, you put chrome on the rear exhaust tips as well. And then there's some other things I would change in the interior, which we'll get to in just a moment, but I kind of briefly mentioned it already. Now, we do have our Giulia badge in chrome, all right, and we also have our Alfa insignia right there in the center. So a lot of what you guys are used to in 2023 that you've seen in the previous model years. Again, a couple of things have changed, a couple of things have stayed the same, but for the most part, this is the luxury model, but with some sporty flair to it, as I mentioned. So again, that's me being nitpicky, but you know, for the luxury spec, I want to see a little bit more luxuriousness out of this car. I know you guys have seen under this hood plenty of times before, but you know, gotta run it through real quick. I think I forgot to in the last video. Hopefully you guys weren't too mad, but it's been the same thing since 2017 when Alfa has been back in the United States. Nothing has changed with this 2-liter engine being 280 horsepower, 306 pound-feet of torque with a top speed of 149 miles per hour paired to the 8-speed ZF transmission. We might not have it for long. Maybe we'll get a hybridized version or we'll go straight to electric for Alfa. We know everything is changing over. ICE models are going away, so appreciate this while you have it. But again, I would love just a little bit more out of it, just how Maserati did with the Grecale, making it 296 horsepower for the GT, and they even pushed 325 horsepower for the Modena spec. So I would love to see just a little bit more of a push past 300 for this engine before Alfa Romeo decides to ditch it. Same fuel economy that you guys are used to, 27, 24, and 33. So 27 combined city and highway, 24 city, 33 highway, depending on the driving modes. But I always suggest if you're trying to save on your fuel economy, which a lot of people are these days, well, you know, advanced efficiency mode, all right, that's going to be your driving mode that you're going to want to use, and you want to use it most of the time in cruise control or highway situations. I think that's when you'll push the most out of this 2-liter engine. But if you want to have a little fun, which I don't blame you, dynamic mode is the way to go. So let me know what you guys think about my suggestions. But I think that's gonna, you know, push you over, you know, to getting just a little bit more out of what they say for the fuel economy. And premium fuel only if I didn't say it. Let's pop the trunk. Not too much to discuss back here, but we have about 13 cubic feet of space. All 3 seats fold down. We have our mats. You can see the triggers to pull down both seats. All right. You will have your battery tucked away over here. You just twist these tabs. I'm not going to do it right now, but you guys know the drill. Carpets here. All right. Front plate kit. So you can mount a front plate to the car. Little cubby hole. And then underneath you will have nothing because these run flats. All right. So no spare tire. Tow hook there. And your screwdriver. I think that's all you really need, right? And then per usual, let's see the illumination of those bi-xenon headlamps on the Volcano Black. As you guys can see, the daytime running lights there, amber turn signal, and the headlight there. If you go to the side, you will see the amber turn signal there. And then we go to the rear. We will also have the LED tails with the fog lamp illuminated there as well. And that's it for your illumination for the Giulia TI. Now stepping inside, you guys might be thrilled to know that there's no additional options to this car on the inside. The inside is what you see here is what you get, bone stock. So you know that if you like what you see here, you don't have to pay any extra options for it. You have things like your aluminum side sill here. All right, Alfa Romeo script, if you guys can see it through the sun. You have the aluminum pedals down there for the brake and gas. All right, if we check out the seats, standard seating done in Nero. All right, with the stitching as well, embossed logo right there on the headrest. And then we step inside. Again, this being the luxury model, a couple of things are different. So the trim is going to be a wood trim that is standard for this model. So if I go over here, you can see it a little bit better. All right, so that is the luxury wood trim that you get with this without any option to it. All right, you don't need to add it. It comes already on the car. Now, one big thing that some people might like and some people might not like is that this is the only model, being the luxury model, that comes without paddle shifters. The Sprint entry-level model has the big aluminum paddle shifters. The Veloce and obviously the Strema top model has the aluminum paddle shifters, but the luxury model, they don't care about the sportiness of the interior, so they took away the paddle shifters for this model. So I don't even think you can option them for a TI. So keep that in mind. If you do like the aluminum paddle shifters, you might have to get them third party because I don't think you can option them for the 2023 TIs. So with that said, you still have a wonderful leather wrapped steering wheel, flat bottom, perforated leather. All right, no additional ADAS. So you see a couple of blank buttons here. All right, you have your voice or hands-free controls, and you have your radio controls here, start-stop button, Alfa Romeo insignia there. All of your lighting controls here, your start-stop button, and your parking sensors as well. All right, you do have your TFT screen, still analog gauges. If I can get that to focus, there we, let's see if it'll, there we go. All right, still the analog gauges that you guys are used to for the 2023 model year, but keep in mind that those may change from analog to fully digital, all right, with the new refresh, I want to say refresh, yeah, refresh facelift that's coming hopefully by next year, but we should see it revealed in November of 2022 this year. But it should be as a 2024 model, as these are the 2023s. Fully digital like the Tonale, all right? So this was going to change too to the Uconnect 5 infotainment, just like the Tonale, all right? So that should be the same thing. Debuted in November as a 2024 model, you know, coming sometime, I'm sure, midsummer 2023. All right, so we're used to all this stuff here. I kind of want to briefly go over it, but you have your HVAC vents there, your USB 2.0, cup holders there, little extra stowage. All right, your 2-track system for your HPZF right there. Manual mode is the only way you can do it here by shifting this gear select here, because you do not have paddle shifters for this model, so you have to use manual mode there. Then you also have reverse, which I put in reverse. Reason why I say you have reverse, yes, you have reverse, but that brings up the backup camera and the parking sensors there. So I want to show that off to you. Put it in park there. We also have our electric parking brake key holder. All right, we have our radio controls. We have our analog dial here to help us go through that infotainment system, but this is also a touchscreen as well. Just a little laggier when you use the touchscreen versus the dial here. Quick hotkeys there for home and settings. You have your drive modes, dynamic, your most aggressive mode, most throttle response, natural, everyday driving mode, you know, bumper to bumper traffic, and advanced efficiency. That's going to be for your best fuel economy. Wireless charger there, if you guys can see it. And then we're going to turn this around to the armrest here, where you will see the USB 2.0, the aux, and USB-C. And then down there, you'll have a transmitter for your key, just in case the battery runs down and you need to communicate with the car to start it. Now, you also see that panel roof, letting in a lot of natural Florida sun. I mean, it's a must, and that's standard on the TI, again, because that is not an option where everything you see here is all standard. So it's just a good place to be. It's a nice place. When it comes to luxury, again, Alfa Romeo scaled back in 2022, and they did the same thing for 2023. I would have liked to see things like the extended leather standard on this luxury trim, all right? So instead of having this hard plastic, have it the extended leather with the contrasted stitching, same thing on the doors. These are options you can get, but they don't come standard on the luxury model. And I feel like if you have a luxury model and you're driving that around, you pay a little bit extra for the luxury and you have it standard. All right, so that's one thing I would change. And then the seating, as I brought up, I would love to see the cannoli seats come back, but that is not a seat that's available for 2023, nor was it available in 2022, but it used to be when it was called the TI Lusso. So other than that, I think everything else works pretty good. Just a couple extra leather options, and all right, we're good to go. All right, so now we have our TI model for the 2023 model year, Giulia TI rear-wheel drive. First time we've seen a sticker for 2023. Now, your base price is going to be important. For 2023, you're looking at $45,990. For the last year model, 2022, it was $45,390. So, like the Sprint and the Veloce, it went up $600 for the base price. All right, so you're going to pay a little bit extra to have the Giulia TI for the 2023 model year. After options, which we only have 3, and then for the exterior, you're looking at a total price of $50,195. That comes with that $1,595 destination charge, and you get a basic 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty, all right, with powertrain and roadside assistance. So here we are, the 3 options that we have. So you're wondering, oh, well, what are those like in 2022 versus 2023? Well, not much has changed. The Volcano Black is still $660 for those, for that paint. That's the same exact price as it was last year. Same with the 18-inch double wide spoke wheels. Those were $1,200 last year, and they are also $1,200 this year. What has changed is the gloss red calipers with white script. Well, in 2022, those were $650, so they went up $100, and now they're $750. So basically for this spec, you paid an extra $100 for your gloss red calipers, and you paid an extra $600 for your base model car. So a total of $700 extra than you would have paid for the same exact car last year, you're paying for 2023. So just the breakdown for you guys there. And then that's it. Basically, the rest is everything that comes standard with this car. Because again, our 3 options were for the exterior, and that's it. Everything else you see here is what you get right out of the box. So I kind of want to go over that briefly for you guys. And let me see if I can move that so you can see it a little bit better there on the sticker. That's all standard options for the TI. Go over it again really quickly so you guys can read everything. Make sure you pause the video, zoom in, do what you got to do to make sure you see everything this car is capable of without adding the options that we added on this one here today. So with that said, $700 more isn't that bad, but it is a $50,000 car. So do you feel like it gives you enough luxury for the luxury model for that price? All right, guys, so at $50,000, is it worth it for you guys with 3 options for that price for this 2023 Alfa Romeo Giulia TI? Are you guys okay that it comes without paddle shifters? Do you like the fact that it has the gloss black window moldings? Things like the, wheel options and the aluminum front fascia rather than the black. What do you guys like about it? What do you guys dislike about this 2023 model for the TI spec? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Giving the video a like will help get it up the rankings, more people can see it, and we can have a bigger discussion on the 2023 Alfa Romeo Giulia TI. Now with that said, if you guys want to help further support the channel, you guys can always check the links down in the description below. We have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, my Cash App, my Venmo, and my Patreon, just in case you guys want to donate an extra $1 or $2 to the channel. I appreciate that extra love and support, guys. Thank you so much. Now you guys can also check out the Ron's Rise merch in case you guys want to help support that way, getting stickers, coffee mugs. It's getting a little colder out, so maybe some hoodies, long sleeve shirts. Definitely check that out down in the description below as well. And follow me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. See everything I'm posting, Ferrari, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, and Fiat that doesn't always make it here to the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you don't miss one video. And with that said, you guys be blessed, have a great day, and we will talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.